All right, y'all. I haven't done a video in a couple weeks just because it's holiday time, life. I've just been super busy. I was kind of peopled out with the holidays, which I'm sure if you know, you know. So a couple things before we get into the makeup. This is just random. Was anybody else like crazy excited to see Diet Coke Lime come back for a little bit? Takes me back. So my best friend who passed away was like a Diet Coke addict, total addict. But when we lived together a really long time ago, our pantry was stocked always of the cases or 12 packs of Diet Coke Lime, Diet Coke Lemon, and Diet Coke Splenda, if that tells you how long ago it was. So that just kind of reminded me of her. Also, random book. So we did Secret Santa at work, and my Secret Santa got me this, which is probably backwards for y'all. It's The Coworker by Frida McFadden. Listen, so it's a not really like thriller, but kind of murder mystery. Like, it's not scary, but it's kind of intense. I thought I knew where it was heading. Usually I can tell. I thought I could tell. When I got to part 2, I literally, and I'm not done with it yet, I literally said out loud, "What? What?" Shocking. So I cannot wait. I've never read any of her stuff before. My Kindle is about to be full of them. My bookshelf is about to be full of them. I cannot wait to read more of them. So 10 out of 10 recommend. It is not what my husband would call dirty girl books. It's not that. But it is I have been annoyed when I have had to put it down. I can't wait to finish it. Okay, so let's get to what we actually came in here for. And I did change my background. I'm hoping this is a little bit better. It's definitely a little different. I really just kind of flipped it around. But I did, before we started, I kind of held up some of the makeup to see if it was coming off, to see if it came off. Yes, if it came off as true to color, and it did. So first, I have really normal to oily skin. I have an oily T-zone, but even though my T-zone is oily now that I'm 38 and hormones change and I've had a baby and blah 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 blah, my skin does not take some of the blurring and matte products like primers as good as it used to. And some of it may be that it's not mixing with my skincare or my moisturizer as well, but I also have sensitive skin because I'm lucky. So I'm a lot more hesitant to change my moisturizer to fit the primer. So there's that. So just keep that in mind. Also, I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not a cosmetologist. I'm totally uneducated when it comes to this stuff. Don't ask me about ingredients and blah, 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 because I don't know. I'm just telling you my thoughts. Here we go. So these are all things that I am considering decluttering. They're on my chopping block declutter. And I wanted to do this before my declutter because I love watching declutter videos. I absolutely love them because I'm a nosy bitch. Like, I don't care what you do. I'm not judging you most of the time. Sometimes I'm like judge duty, but I'm not judging you for what you do, but like, I do want to know. Like, I don't care, but I want to know. I want to know what you got. I just want to know. But I'm always a little bit frustrated when I see people like, "Oh, this is on the chopping block." And then, okay, well, what'd you do? Did you keep it? Did you get rid of it? Whatever. And I do have, this is for my glasses, so don't judge me. I still cannot figure out how to tilt this, arrange this, whatever, to not have the light just reflected in my glasses. So we're just gonna have to roll with it. Okay. Should we do face first? Let's do face first. I don't have as much face stuff. And it is mostly blushes. I'll say that. Let me pull them out of here. And some of these, like, it's not that I don't like them, but I don't use them enough. So that's kind of what I'm looking at too. So I have another, this is the YSL Make Me Blush. And this is in 44, which is nude lava, whatever it is. I have another shade of this, and the other shade I had in here, and I already pulled it out because it looked better than I remembered it looking. This is what it looks like. It's a sheen. I just don't know that this was worth the 45 doll hairs that I spent on it. So that's kind of why I'm like, I don't know. And I hardly ever use it. I hardly ever even think about it, which says something. So that's why that one's on there. I also have the Say Super Suede Blush in Bella. Same the packaging on this. People complain about this packaging. It is kind of cheapy, but this is not as expensive as some of the other ones at Sephora. Again, nothing really Nothing really wrong with this. Reminder, I don't edit my videos out of my house. Nothing really wrong with this, but again, just don't think about it. This is one I've had for 100 years. And I think I had another color of this a long time ago and I decluttered it. They don't make these anymore, I can tell you that. They do not make this. This is the Melt Buzzkill Blush. Digital Duo Blush in Buzzkill. Excuse me. This is old, but I'm pretty sure, it's still pretty. I'm pretty sure that I used that, maybe mixed with something else, but I'm pretty sure I used that on my wedding day. So that's part of my like, I might have to keep it anyway. These are still very much hype. And I have two colors because I'm an idiot. These are the Tower 28 blushes. Get Set blushes. I have Semo Spritzer and Pally Punch. I tried to use Semo Spritzer the other day. And for whatever reason, and I need to try it again because I don't know if it was the blush's fault, but for whatever reason, it was patchy. So I want to give it another shot. That's Pally Punch. I want to give it another shot just to see. This one I'm a little bit more inclined to keep just because it actually does come off cool toned on me. And a lot of stuff that looks cool toned in the pan does not look cool toned on me. But I just kind of regret buying those. This is the Singe Beauty Silk Blush, which is Angelica Nyquist brand, which I really like her. I love her videos. And this is in the shade Timid Tomato. The other shade I have, I do use a good bit. It's just this one, and I need to try it. Like I said, I just need to try it again so I can decide. It's nice. Like it's good quality. It's not that. I just don't use it that much. This is a Patrick Ta Duo. Don't come for me. Part of this is the shade. I have another one that I like. In the shade Just Enough. Meh. Oh, and there's a, let me get that little hair out of there. So here's the, and I never use the powder part of this. Maybe that's part of my problem. That's the, this is the cream part. That's the powder part. The other one I have is in She's Blushing, and I really like that one. I don't know. And then I have two of these Catrice blushes. These are kind of like the Patrick Ta, cream and powder, but there's nothing, there's not a cover that separates them. But these are like, I don't know, $6-8. I don't know. These were the Wonder Woman ones, but they might have these colors in different packaging. I know they have other colors. Like this whole thing was not the Wonder Woman thing. But this one is in the shade, Powerful Together. And this is the, I like this shade a little bit better, I think. It does kind of dry a little bit. The cream does a little bit in the pan, and you kind of have to, it's kind of, it's slightly more pink in person. It has a little bit of a pink. It's not quite that brown in person. Before I would put my brush in the cream, I would kind of like rub it a little bit with my hand just to like soften it back up. These creams do go over powder really well though, so there's that. If that's a thing for you, it's a thing for me. And then this one is called Champion for All. And you can kind of, okay, so you can see in this one, like it just gets kind of meh. So this one I feel like I'm probably gonna, for sure. You know what? Let's just see. So the two inside are the Catrice ones. The two outside are the Patrick Ta. So the Catrice ones are a little bit more cool toned. I was just curious. Just curious. Be thinking about it. Save you some monies. I like to save monies so I can spend my money on other stupid shit. These should come as no surprise. These are a big regret. I think if I do, I may end up only keeping one of these and I may sell the other one on Mercari because I got to get some of my money back on this because this shit was ridiculous and they just got me. Hourglass, you bitch. This was the light palette, the Deer palette. I really like the bronzer in this. These swatch like absolute. These swatch like shit. It's the lighter one. The horse one, these are all permanent shades. This one has 3 blushes, a bronzer, a highlighter, and a finishing powder. Get the finishing powders out of here, y'all. I don't like them. They don't do nothing for me. I see no difference. I'm sorry I said what I said. This one has 2 finishing powders, a highlighter, a bronzer, and 2 blushes. This will probably be the one that I end up decluttering because there's 2 shades in here that are useless to me. This one has 1 shade that's useless to me. So that's probably how that will end up going. But yeah, I shouldn't have fell for it. I shouldn't have fell for it. I shouldn't have. All right, the rest are eyeshadow palettes. And this one has a little, these might be ones that I would put on Mercari too. It just kind of depends. This one has a messy shade in it because my toddler stuck his hand in it. Because they do that, you know. This is the Blend Bunny Cosmetics in the Longing palette. I'm trying to play. It's beautiful, right? Beautiful. I used it today. It's what I got. Oh, that was so weird. Sorry. Weird. It's beautiful. I used it today. When it goes on, I like it. It's pretty. For some reason, though, there's something about these palettes that, like, I look at them and I have to really think about it. And I shouldn't, right? Because they're laid out. They're laid out. They're laid out. There should be no thought process. But I don't get super inspired with this one. And the other Blend Bunny Cosmetics palettes that I've had, I've decluttered those too. Am I losing some light? What happened here? Guess I'm just losing some light. We'll roll with it. Anyway. So I don't know, part of me wants to keep it because it's the only one I have, and part of me is like, oh, it's dumb because I'm just not damn using it. So I don't know. We'll see. Let's do this one. This one is from Singe Beauty. I'm sorry, Angelica Nyquist. This is the Galactic Visitor palette. I think this is the first one that she did. I think. And it's pretty, but again, I don't think about it. I don't get inspired by it. I just don't use it. It's good quality. Don't like let me turn you off with their quality. It's great. It's great. I just haven't been super inspired by the color stories yet. But the quality, I can't say nothing bad about that. It's nice. It is nice. I just don't think about it. That would probably be one that I would end up putting on Mercari. I used to have Poshmark. I don't anymore. Let's do these. Is this all the? Okay. These are all ColourPop. This is the Tangled one, which I love purple. So you would think that I would like go hard with this one, but I don't. And part of it is because these are more like glittery than, well, that one's not, but 2 of the shades, it's not like a pressed glitter, but it's got a lot of glitter. And I don't love the formula on those. This is pretty. I should love this. I don't love this. So we'll see. This one I just got too. This is the Shrek one. Again, you would think that I would love this, but this one also has some of those like heavily glittered shades. And like there's loose glitter in it. Not like it's metallic or shimmering. That's what it looks like. I feel like I'll probably end up keeping this because I do gravitate towards these colors, but just not to this palette for some reason. And this one kind of hurts my feelings. I don't know if I'll be able to give this one up, but it's the ColourPop Hocus Pocus 2 palette. And I did not love Hocus Pocus 2. The original, I love. So I don't know. I don't think I want to get, I don't know, right? Shopping block, that's why we're here. All right. let's see, let me pull these out. That's all one brand. These are all one brand. Okay. This is the Cosmic Brushes, or Cosmic Beauty. It used to be Cosmic Brushes. Now it's Cosmic Beauty. This is the Serenity palette. They do still sell this. Very pretty. Just don't gravitate towards it. It is, my face is getting kind of dark in here. All right, well, lesson learned. Lesson learned. I won't do it this weekend. I just don't pull it out. I just don't. And I don't know why. I don't know why. The next three, these are Lethal Cosmetics, but these are all palettes that I built. So these are all single shadows that I put together myself. So that means I should love it, right? I forget they're there. And these were fucking expensive, by the way. I don't know what I was thinking. This is the next one. And here's the smallest one. And this one, because of my dodo, that's actually a repeat shade from one of the other ones that I did. So what I may end up doing is just kind of, I may recreate or shift these around and get rid of one or two of them. And here's our last brand we're going to talk about. And there's been some controversy with this brand, but I don't follow that shit. Like, I'm sorry. I buy what I like. I buy what I want to buy. I know people make comments and they share their political opinions, which I'm not going to do. I'm not going to do that. But, you know, people have a right to their opinion. If you don't want to buy their stuff, that's totally your right too. I don't really pay attention to that. These are Inslee Rain Cosmetics. So here's my thing with these. This is the Harvest Moon palette. Beautiful, beautiful. A lot of these have, I don't know if you'll be able to see the texture. It's like chunkier, swatches really well, but it sort of flakes off a little bit. It doesn't apply quite like it looks. They're beautiful. But for some reason, again, I forget about these. And maybe I need to move my drawers around where they're more at the top. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. These are ones I would sell because they were fucking expensive too. Groovy Garden. Yeah, pretty. But you can tell some of these shades, I don't know if I've even swatched. It's a damn shame. Wolf Moon. This one has been dropped, so that's why it's kind of a mess. I used this yesterday, and I really did like that, the look that came out of it. So, you know. And this is Snow Moon. I think they've done a follow-up to this collection. Snow Moon. But I haven't, the last things that I bought from Inslee Rain, I think were these. I do have a couple others of her palettes, but I'm keeping those because I really like them. So that's all the stuff that's just kind of, let me lean into the light. That's all the stuff, I didn't get a new chair yet, can you tell? Okay. That's all the stuff that I'm kind of considering. I'm going to make my mind up before I do my declutter. So that you'll know, like, yeah, she's getting rid of these. And when I do my declutter, I'll probably say, like, I'm going to give this away. I'm going to throw this away if it's expired, which I don't really think I have anything that's expired, but, or if it's going to be on my Mercari, just so you know. So, yeah, I still have some new stuff that I haven't tried yet. Some stuff that I'm still kind of testing. If you remember, I'm going to grab something right here. If you remember me talking about the Huda Beauty palette, the little blush palette that I had 4, and I said I didn't need it. I returned that, by the way. I said I didn't need it because I had ordered the Unearthly Cosmetics blush quad in the Deadly Cute palette, and it's got 4 in it. One, these are much bigger than the Huda one, but also this is $25, and these are, I love them. They're so soft. They're pretty. I mean, they look matte in the swatch, which that's my hands are dirty from these other swatches, but that wasn't the best swatch. But anyway, they're beautiful. They're beautiful. They don't look flat matte. They just look pretty. They have like a, it doesn't look like it in the pan, but on your skin it looks like it's a very slight sheen. It is not flat matte, because who wants just a, or maybe you do. Maybe you do want a flat matte look, but I don't. So yeah. That's all the stuff that's on my chopping block. I probably will do, I'm hoping, because I'm off a few days at Christmas, like before Christmas, where my son will still be at daycare, so I'm hoping to maybe film my declutter series then, which is just not quite 2 weeks from now, like a week and a half from now. So yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to. If you don't, that's okay. Don't let your family drive you too crazy. Let this be the Christmas that you stand up to people and tell them to stop bullying you. Or if you're doing it at your house and they're rude to you, tell them to get out. We're going to stick up for ourselves this year. Okay? All right. Okay, bye.